Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a sweet little girl. One day, her mother sewed a red cape for her. The little girl loved her red cape so much that she wore it all the time. Because of this, everyone began to call her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother called the little girl. "My dear, your grandmother is a little sick. I've made some soup and cookies for her. Go and take these to her." "Of course, Mommy. I've missed her so much," said the little girl. "Just remember, don't stray from the rabbit forest road, and don't talk to strangers," her mother added. "Okay, Mommy," said Little Red Riding Hood. She put on her red hood and hung the basket with the food on her arm. She started walking, singing songs. As soon as she entered the forest, a grumpy-looking wolf jumped out from behind the bushes. "Where are you going, little girl?" "I'm going to my grandmother's." "What's in that basket?" "Soup and cookies. I'm taking them to my sick grandmother, who lives at the end of the road." At first, the wolf thought of eating both the food and Little Red Riding Hood, but knowing that the woodcutter was nearby, he devised a cunning plan. "Why don't I go ahead and help your grandmother, and you follow me?" said the wolf. "Okay," said the little girl. Little Red Riding Hood hugged her grandmother, and they ate the food together. Loving nature, Little Red Riding Hood continued her walk, picking flowers along the way. Meanwhile, the wicked wolf ran to the grandmother's house. He made his voice higher and pretended to be the little girl, saying, "Grandmother, I'm here." "The door's open, come in, my dear," called the grandmother. The wolf entered, swallowed the grandmother whole in one bite, and immediately dressed in her clothes and lay in her bed. A little while later, Little Red Riding Hood knocked on the door. The wolf asked, "Who's there?" "It's me, grandmother," said the little girl. "Come in, my dear," said the wolf. Though the voice sounded a bit strange, Little Red Riding Hood entered. When she saw the wolf, she said, "I've brought you some food, grandmother, but why are your eyes so big?" "So I can see you better," replied the wolf. "Then why are your arms so big?" "So I can hug you better," said the wolf. "Why is your nose so big?" "So I can smell you better." "And why is your mouth so big?" asked Little Red Riding Hood. At that, the wolf jumped out of the bed and shouted, "So I can eat you better." The wolf swallowed Little Red Riding Hood in one bite, and after filling his stomach, fell into a deep sleep, snoring loudly. The sound of his snoring spread throughout the forest. The woodcutter, who was nearby, heard the noise. He immediately approached the house and saw the door open. When he went inside, he saw the wolf lying on the ground with a swollen belly. The woodcutter quickly cut open the wolf's belly and pulled out Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother. Little Red Riding Hood hugged her grandmother, and they ate the food together.